This rabbit is unusual. Moncler Outlet store catch it to try to improve the meal. But because of the excitement, Moncler Outlet store suffers a heart attack and collapses. Peter manages to take out the owner of the manor, and after watching the ambulance leave, he calls his fox friends to the manor. They eat things they normally wouldn't dare to eat and have a party in the manor. But little do they know that the Lord's son has inherited the manor. When he arrives at the door with his luggage, the drunken goose is stunned and rushes to deliver the news to Peter. Peter is scared to death and comes alive when he hears the news. When Thomas arrives, he thinks that his dad is not a clean person, but just as he sits down, the sheets float up. In an instant, all the little animals fled. After this incident, Thomas re-cleans the house and puts up a wire mesh to stop the critters from coming in and making a mess. But luckily, the rabbits were smart enough to follow the poles and break in again. Next, the bunnies are caught by their owner just as they sneak onto the property. They try to run away, but Thomas hacks at them with an axe. No matter how much they run, they can't hide from Thomas. To teach the rabbits a lesson for breaking into his house, he is ready to throw them into the river, but he doesn't realize that the other bunnies have gotten right into his pickup truck in order to save their brother. Peter jumped on the front of the vehicle and hid it, and Thomas immediately got out and closed the bag. But just as he was about to throw the rabbits into the river, he realized that it wasn't the rabbits in the bag, but his binoculars, in order to teach those rabbits a lesson once and for all. So he bought a truckload of bombs. Unbeknownst to him, the rabbits were hiding under the car at that moment. On the way, Thomas happens to bump into his neighbor Fanny. They talk and laugh along the way, and as they get along, they soon settle down as a couple. Until one day, the rabbit sees Thomas sleeping and tries to take advantage of the opportunity to take revenge on him, only to be directly embraced by Fanny, especially liked the rabbit, and even wanted to draw a painting for his boyfriend and the rabbit. But he completely missed the expressions the two had on each other's faces. When he left, one person and one rabbit fought directly. But how can Peter be as good as Thomas? Soon he was trapped against the wall by Thomas. When Fanny saw this scene, she thought the rabbit broke his painting and threw him out. Peter, who was wrongly accused, was very sad. In order to defeat Thomas, several rabbits start a life-threatening devil training bound to drive Thomas away. This is a group of rabbits who have become a spirit, and they practice their 8-pack abs every day. In order to fight against the farmer, he has set up an ambush in his house. Thomas just walked out the door and fell right into a manure truck. It was a wild ride that broke his butt straight into 8 pieces. To teach the rabbits a lesson, the next day Thomas fills his house with electric fences and even spreads peanut butter, their favorite food, all over it. But the rabbits have become so smart that they don't fall for the trap and even change it. Just as Thomas is checking them out, they deliberately pretend to look like they've been electrocuted. At first, he tried to go out and check. After several attempts, Thomas finally had to go down from the roof, but he was still electrocuted. When he woke up again, it was already late at night, and he was so angry that he threw all the explosives into the rabbit hole. The next morning, Thomas directly lit the cannon to start fire on the rabbits. But who knows that his girlfriend came over. Peter saw Thomas threw away the cannon button, thought it was something funny directly pressed, but unexpectedly directly to the girlfriend's house to blow up. After this incident, the two had a big fight. The girlfriend decided to leave the place, and Thomas also left for the big city. It is only then that Peter realizes that he was wrong. So he finds Thomas and sincerely apologizes and admits to Fanny that he blew up the house. Eventually, the two are reconciled and live happily ever after. And of course, there are a bunch of bunnies. This movie tells us that anger is not a solution to the problem, but love is a solution to the problem. As Peter Rabbit's parents say, sharing love is the only way to not lose it. I don't think the one who gives in is weak. In fact, giving in is the wise thing to do. A small step back is a big step forward.